I'm gonna get the coil off now. Disconnect that. And then we have these two wires to disconnect. And again, I did take very careful note to take pictures of this. Yeah, otherwise I'm not seeing any identifying marks on anything that would tell you which way it goes, so do be aware of that. Yeah, oh yeah, I still got to disconnect that. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and okay, thank God for impacts. Okay, it seems as though this was held on by a nut. I see one dropped down in there, right on that oak leaf. Okay, well, I'll try to help you get a peek at what we've got there. So, let's see. Right there, there's a spacer and a nut. And then there's a nut on the bottom side underneath here. So we've got somebody making a fancy spacer. I don't know, I would assume then that this coil is not original to the machine. I guess I don't know why else we'd have that. Okay, there you can see now. Yeah. Well, I'll just let that one be. Let's see. Then I'll reassemble this just the way that I found it, or the way they had it, I guess I should say. Okay. Just get on there and we'll be done with it. Okay, we can pull that out of there. And let's see, I'll make sure I'm actually on screen here. Okay, so the two connections on the little cubby here, we're gonna get that disconnected. All right, and yeah, let's see, we'll go ahead and dig those bolts out of here, and we'll put them back in the frame here where they belong. Again, those are good to be blasted and repainted. Feels like those threads are really grumpy too. So we may have to revisit that, whether it be new bolts or chase the threads. Okay. I'm probably going to end up having to remake this. This is I can't see what I'm shooting. Alright, so yeah, this piece here, we're gonna have to remake this. It's torn around the washer. I'm gonna take a couple of things off of the handlebars here, see if okay, yeah, that's definitely not the right bit. No, too big. If you guys remember last time we did this on the Moto 4, oh man, well actually no, that wasn't the last time. That was a few, I don't remember. Anyway, the bit shattered and jammed it into my hand. Oh. Okay, well, that wasn't difficult at all. I'm missing one bolt there. Yeah, we'll have to run to town and visit our outrageously unfriendly fella at Hardware Hank. Yeah, okay, let's zip this baby off. I don't know, it seems like somebody's been working on this. I mean, everything comes apart so nice. So, I'm sure you can't see. Let me get the camera over there so you can. So yeah, inside of our switch, it is really, really dirty. And the engine stop, the kill switch here is awfully hard to move, and I can see why. I'm astonished that it works. Yeah, for real. Okay. There we go. I'm going to try to get this whole thing to come off of the frame with one hand. Yep, there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that would have to be the CDI box. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, this is just about ready to let go and then drop the box. That would not be good. So yes, I'm sorry. Earlier I called that the CDI box. That's the voltage regulator. My apologies. Don't want to be misleading anybody. Though, to be fair, I only know enough to be dangerous. All right, let's see, what do we got here? Now, I need to try to, okay, that just pulls out of the wire harness. So now, can we pull this up? And there's one here still connected. And that's it. Okay, I'm getting water all over. It must have been inside of the protective jacket. Not so protective, I guess, if it holds water. So now we see there's quite a bit of stuff here that needs to get unplugged. Yeah, and hey, yeah, there. Okay, that fixed that, huh? Unfortunately, we are missing one of these rubber. I believe you call that a cahabas, and we need to find another one there. I'm totally kidding. I don't know what you call it. A bushing. It's probably where the seat kind of gets held down, I would think. Let's see if I can get you a better view of the wiring here. I don't know. Not really. Okay, well, let's before I get to disconnecting all this wiring, I wanted to get this out of my way, and I want to scrub this. You know, I don't want to reassemble anything that looks like that. That's just a mess. But I figured I'd go ahead and get this 12-volt thingy out of here. And so there is a, there we go. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm spinning here. There's a regular screw head right there, and I'm gonna try to disassemble this. Okay, when I turn this now, you see how that's turning. All right, let's see if I can hold it. I bet I can't. Not at all. Okay. All right, well, I'll sit down here and let's see what we can do about that. All right, I ran and got myself some needle nose pliers so I can get down in there and get a good grip on that nut there, and here we go. I'm guessing she just comes apart now. Yeah, all right, there we go. And then that little cylinder will just pull up out of there, and that's all she wrote. And getting another one of these shouldn't be any issue, so that's getting chucked. All right, so then this can go into the scrub, and we'll get the needles out of it, and we'll get this all shined up. So this is the voltage regulator. Oh yeah, that doesn't want to let loose, and since we got to cut this cheesy zip tie off anyway, we're gonna go ahead and leave it connected. But yeah, oh boy, I mean, it actually wore grooves into that. That poor thing has been vibrating along for all these years. I don't see a spot where it was supposed to bolt, so I guess I'll have to do some research on that, but I guess I can see why it was zip tied. I don't see anywhere that it's supposed to go. All right, so what do we got here? Here we go. That one's gone. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, that's a cable, ground cable. Oh, I don't know. I think that maybe is the positive cable going to the starter. I can't. It goes along. Interesting. That goes like through the motor. Literally. I wonder where. I don't know. I'm not sure. Whatever. Not gonna worry about that. We'll figure that out when we get there. All right. So I need to get. We need to get our starter solenoid scooted off of this mount, and it's good and stuck. Oh yeah, it's real good and stuck. Okay, well, I'm slowly winning the battle here, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, so what I need to do now is I just realized I'm being a dummy, and I still have the battery hooked up. Yeah, that's not at all how you want to do things. Get the ground off first. Ah, gosh. Well, you guys probably can't see too well what I'm doing, can you? Yeah, it's not really worth seeing. It sucks. I would really like this to, it'll loosen up and tighten, loosen up and tighten. All right, ground is off. Okay, that one came off nice and easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the super fancy battery hold down system. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take the battery out here. I don't know, it actually doesn't really look that old. And let's see, I think what I might do is take this home and put it on a trickle charger and see what we can do about maybe bringing it back to life, because it did have, you know, the better part of 9 volts when we got here. So hopefully we can salvage this, and yeah, so we shall see. That's for another day, I guess. All right, try to get this solenoid out of there. All right. I'm gonna get another wire disconnected, and let's see if we can't work this. Oh, there's just no way to get, okay, there's a bracket here. Not exactly sure what its purpose had been, but we're gonna go ahead and get it out of here, and we'll also take the ground wire with us when we go. These are also 10 millimeter. A lock washer and a flat washer is what you find on that. All right. So now I'll get, oh, what was that? Oh, okay. All right, so we'll take our bracket here, and I'll zoom out a little bit, and let's get our bolts put back in there. Okay, all right, so yeah, that one goes in the frame then. And then that's another part that needs to be sandblasted, and I mean, not really, it's not rusty or anything, it's just that we're gonna go to bare frame on everything. Yep, we are. All right, so now the wiring harness should, for the most part, be able to be removed. What do we got now? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the cable going to the starter. Ooh, really having a time getting that protective boot pulled back. Also looks like a 10 millimeter. I can't. I cannot get on it because the cable is bent a little bit. All right, there we go. Slide that off. Put the nut back on. Okay, so we don't have a lot of cleaning to do. This is a little bit dirty. So yeah, we won't have a lot of work to do, and we'll have this wiring harness looking great. The voltage regulator is a little crusty, but we'll get that fixed up. All right. Okay, now I believe I'm gonna go ahead and we'll get the carburetor off. Okay, taking the throttle off. Looks pretty clean. Honestly, it looks very clean. All right, then we gotta get, let me see, what is that? That's, I guess a 12 millimeter, which is in my pocket. Yep. Okay, let's see if that really is a 12 millimeter. Yes, 12 millimeter fits quite nicely. Oh boy. Oh, that is real tight. That's not gonna come out very easily, doesn't look like. So, all right. Let's have a talk here about what chemicals we're gonna use to fix this. I got, which do you think I should use? Nope, I'm gonna use this one. Let's try it. It's, oh dear Lord. I gotta get you guys a view of how crusty that is. Give me 1 minute. All right, got my flashlight. Let's see if I can get you guys a view of how crusty that is in there. Let's see. Whoop, whoop. We done gone too far. Let's okay, that's about as far as I can get. Can you see the like fluffy looking crust in there? That's awesome. I don't think this carburetor's been off since 1984. Pretty sure. All right. Let me get stuff put back here. All right. I really do swear by this product, this WD. I think it's great. Specialist penetrant. So, all right. Gonna go ahead and let that soak for quite a while, really. I'd say probably 15 minutes. And we'll come back to that and see how that's going. All right, now I'm going to try to take off that front fender, which normally would be an incredibly easy job, but I'm going to do it with the tire on, just for the sake of moving along with the project. Alright, so after like 10 minutes of looking for my ratchet, I literally took it in a different room and set it down. Oh boy, why do I do that? You know, I was just thinking that it's kind of incredible to come across a machine like this that some goon hasn't gone all over it with a rattle can and spray painted this and that. And of course, well, I suppose it's black, because black is kind of the go-to color for one of them folks. But yeah, this is gonna be a pretty groovy machine, don't you think? I believe it will be. All right, then we got, let's see, I can't see what I'm doing. Only you guys can, but all right. There's 3 of 4. Okay. Well, there we go. And there's our fenders, or fender, I should say. So it's a really nice fender, it looks great. However, there is some melting action going on there. I'm going to clean it up and dress it up as best I can, but I'm going to keep the original fender on this machine. I guess it really isn't all that bad, and these aren't really all that cheap, and this isn't bad enough where I would throw it away, because there just aren't enough of these machines. It's not like a 185S. There's not enough of these around, and from what I've seen, honestly, I would rather have this than a 185, most definitely. Especially with a manual clutch. You know, it makes some, it's only a 200, makes a small machine a lot of fun with a manual clutch. All right, well, you think, I don't know. This is going to be a fun project. Though, I gotta admit, I am, what's the word I'm trying to think of? A little bit apprehensive about that whole rear end. It's going to be interesting for sure. Hey, you know what? Before I call it a day, why don't we get that first sprocket guard off, and I don't know, might be worth taking a peek at. All right.